Good evening, everybody. My name is Edwidge Miranda Mondesier. Today's January 15, 2026. I was previously cut off my life because I lost connection, because I was connected to the hotspot on my phone that I call with. It was already going low earlier today. I was using it, so it was a lot of MG, I believe it's called. No, MB, I believe it's called. The data I was using, megabytes. And it, I had to reconnect to the place that I'm previously. I had to connect to the Wi-Fi that I'm currently staying in to had get that few words out before the live completely cut off because my phone was already dying. Right now it is at 20. My phone is at 28% because I just recently charged it with one of the fast chargers. And if you don't believe me, it's a Nintendo charger. If you ever have a Nintendo charger, you could test that theory out. Leave your phone on the charger for a good 3 to 5 minutes. It will charge it quick. So right now it's at a good 28% for me to explain the rest of what I was trying to state. So August 6th, my father filed that APP 151. They came to our home August 7th of 2023. Next day after he filed that APP 151 to stay sheriff's action, meaning the sheriffs cannot make any choice. The management cannot make a choice until the appeal court responds. The management isn't the court, therefore they must also wait on that court order when it's ready to be heard. August 7th, they came into our home, or tried to come into our home, wearing gloves, saying they have a warrant to evict us. They never presented that because if they did, I would have previously submit that copy long time ago onto the record of here, basically my record, this channel. I would have previously submitted it and showed you guys the fake warrant. They never showed the warrant for August 7th. And then if you look through the videos, you'll see what happened that day. August 9th, Caitlin Ochipinti was present, the same person that was there during the unlawful ambush on November 22nd was present at our home, attempting to break into our home, drilling the holes where we had to barricade our home with the refrigerator because they were breaking it. They were breaking the handle with a hammer. They left the hammer there. If you look at our TikTok, you could see the evidence there that I previously submitted. I think it's also on here on the YouTube as well. August 9th, there was also a man by the name of Brian Glasscock. He used to serve for our country, and he was a Marine. This man had his gun out during an unlawful UD claim, an unlawful detainer, or whatever you call it. He was there, and there's a video of him wielding his gun. You can see his hands fidgeting like if he wants to shoot or something. I don't know, but it was a form of intimidation. And I know that day on August 9th of 2023, if they came in, they were most likely going to kill one of us. And still, all the evidence that we had documented. August 9th, they attempted to break into our home, which you see the video. My father showing them the APP 151 and giving them a copy and letting them know that they have a copy as well in the courthouse. That's the same day we called, well, my parents called Adriana, which is a clerk within the Superior Courthouse of Ventura County. They called her and asked what's the status for the APP 151. Has the judge made a ruling yet to consider this type of action or what's going on? And she stated there's no update, there's no status. The judge has not responded. The appeal judge has not responded, right? So as that happened, my parents stated, what are they doing here then? Why are these people in our home? And then that's when she stated she doesn't know. Mind you, Adriana is just doing her job. She's a clerk. She's the woman that was there that helped my parents filed their APP 151, or not help, but more like, she was the clerk that they saw that day that filed it. And her name's within that APP 151. So they tried attempting to break into our home. They end up leaving because we kept calling for our neighbors to be witnesses and told our neighbors to call FBI, Homeland Security, all agencies that are higher than what these people are, to properly investigate and get into the bottom of what the heck is going on, why they're here at our home, right? After they end up leaving, somebody stated, was the FBI at your home? No, there was no FBI. There were nothing but sheriffs. If you please look at the YouTube channel and how I'm clarifying the dates for you guys, you would clearly see they're sheriffs trying to unlawfully break into our home without an order from the appeal judge. Without an order, everybody, which is unlawful. So they tried to break into our home. They broke our door. They damaged it. Throughout the whole month of August, after August 9th, throughout that whole month, nobody was arrested. No crime was reported. We constantly went out of our home to go to the markets to get food, which is across the street and not too far from the Moore Park Sheriff Police Station. Why wasn't any arrest made during August? Why did they come back again on September 18 without the appellate order, without the judge order? Why did they come into our home on September 18, impersonated first to be FBI, broke into our home, shot my father, beat me up, beat my family up, then proceeded to steal everything that we own, then tarnish our name and slander us on the news stating that we're hoarders, that we don't pay our rent, yet nothing was ever presented to the news, neither was anything presented to us. Where is that eviction order stating that we are hoarders or we don't belong there? We've been waiting for a good 2 years now, and nothing has been presented into the court. It's just been a constant stall. Nothing is going, nothing is moving. They didn't even take us to trial with our evidence. Councils are not working on our behalf and are working in bad faith. So what does that tell you, everybody? What is going on with these people? And now I'm updating you guys today how things are getting weird with that individual at the clerk office in the federal court today, stating that he wants to have breakfast with me, that he could pick me up, and that he could give me advice as we have breakfast. Where do you hear something like that, everybody? It sounds so shady. I talked to more than one person. I talked to my cousins. I talked to my brother. It sounds like a total setup. It sounds like something bad will happen to me if I do end up giving my location to this man, or if I end up going to breakfast with him so he could supposedly give me advice. Mind you, I'm not dumb to do something like that. It sounds just like the pattern that happened on September 18 of 2024. How this person in September 18 impersonated to be an FBI informant, agent, not informant, correction, sorry, agent, to go ahead and take our police report at a Starbucks with all our evidence, to come with all our evidence. Now, this is a different pattern now. Fast forward to January 15, 2026. This man, out of nowhere, is stating that he wants to have breakfast with me so he could give me advice when I already gave him my number first. Then he jumps to the conclusion about having breakfast with me. Yeah, no. I'm going to continue filing, continue documenting, and this is not going to stop until me and my family get justice. Until justice is served and those people that are accountable finally have to pay for legal consequences of their actions. That's just that. So I wanted to clarify that, but I couldn't clarify it in the first live, so I made a part 2 of this. I will be ending this around 10 minutes or so, or well, it's already 9 minutes in, so around 10 or 11 to 12 minutes in, I would end this. I just find this whole thing strange today. It's very weird. That's why the title is Things Are Getting Weird, because there's a lot of tension going on. The Ninth Circuit is aware of what's going on, how my father never received his COA from July 31st of 2025. And they kept his appeal case open because there was no response. So when we found out that, well, my parents found out in jail inside the tablet that my father has an appeal court and they're waiting for something supposedly, but he never got it. So we made a complaint to the Ninth Circuit. I called him December, and he ended up sending that letter, and it's now on the Ninth Circuit record. He sent that letter on January 6th, and they received it January 8th and sent it back to him, I believe, either that same day, January 8th, or January 12th, one of those dates. I believe it was January 12th. That's when he had gotten that, but I'll have to clarify it with him when I talk with him tomorrow. Mind you, I haven't slept because I was working on the filing brief for the appeals that I recently submitted today. Thank you guys for watching, and have a safe, blessed night. Have a good night, and stay safe, and be aware of these type of people, because there is angels and demons among us on this planet. There are devils and there are angels, and you must be very vigilant with these people. You must always pay attention. Keep your eyes closed. No. Keep your mouth shut, eyes closed, ears open. It's one of it's a quote. It's basically the definition of mystery, right? That's where the whole that's where it drives from. That's where mystery becomes a thing. It's when you keep your eyes closed, your mouth shut, and your ears open. Then you will see consciously what's going on and what's happening around you and your family or whoever you may be or what you're dealing with. So thank you for watching. My name is Edwidge Miranda Mondesir. Have a good night. Today's January 15, 2026. I don't feel safe. I feel like something bad may happen to me from that comment alone today. Never have I ever had somebody like that tell me something like that. No clerk that I ever came across to or talked to had said something like that to me. So have a good night. Thank you for watching, and please watch the rest of the videos, and hopefully you understand what's truly going on here, and I'm soon to update you guys more.